Are you winning, son?
Y ojalá que tengas suerte, que no ves, la vida es así.
En la gata, debajo la lluvia, es hora de dormir. So today we are back with another video. Now this one is going to be similar to the rest, but different in the sense of the title. No, but for real, after looking into a few things like different characters in fiction, few different characters like in anime. I say fiction and anime because like it's a little bit different. There's a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a different. You know what I'm saying? But a little bit of difference. But when I say that between fiction and anime and other things such as that, I like to make a distinguish. I like to have like some type of distinguishing factor because I also like to bring up a little bit of real life sometimes, little real world examples of what I talk about. And today I want to talk about weakness. Now you may be thinking, what does that have to do with anything? You're just ranting. Of course I am. This is an anime character ranting. The fact that you expect. Like I was saying before, back to the main topic at hand. Weakness is okay. Now you may be thinking, well, what is he talking about? What do you mean weakness is okay? Being weak? I don't think that's okay. Well, kind of, and kind of not. It's okay to have some type of weakness. It's okay to have to rely on people, not overly rely. Don't do that. But having to rely on people, it's okay. It's okay to ask people for help. It's okay. It's okay if you're not the strongest of the bunch. You're not the most fearless. You're not the most frightful. As long as you have enough heart, you have enough determination. Even if you're weak right now and you can will through it, that makes you perfect. And that's what a lot of people don't necessarily understand. And for examples that I always follow is real life and in fiction. There's multiple examples that I personally keep in my heart and keep in my soul, and keep close to me, because I always want to remember that it is okay to be weak. Take Emmanuel Augustus, a fighter who many people might not know, or you might know if you're within that scene. He's known as the Drunken Master. His skill set does not match his record because with the management team he had, he was constantly on a downward spiral. So he would be fighting every couple of days to every week to every couple of days, and it would vary. He wouldn't really have recovery time, and it would make him so much weaker than he was. He didn't have the ability to properly train. So a lot of his skill and a lot of his ability came from utter and pure talent. Hands down, majority of his skill set was literally pure talent, without a lot of training. He only had a lot of training in his earlier years of fighting, and then after that he didn't have the time to train because he was constantly always fighting the week after, the day after, week after, couple days after, week after, and it just wasn't enough time to recover. He has a very amazing story too, in my honest opinion, because he was looked at as more of an underdog and not the best kind of fighter. He was kind of weird, kind of elusive, but he would lose and he would win. He would lose and he win, lose and he win, win, lose, win, lose, lose and win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. And even though he had a record like that, and even though he had that kind of struggle as being like the little underdog that wasn't really going to do anything to nobody, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, Floyd admitted that was one of the hardest fights in his career.
Emmanuel Augustus was my toughest opponent thus far, and his record didn't show his skill set, but the guy was unbelievable.
You may be thinking, well, what does that have to really do with anything? It has to do a lot, because that means Mayweather himself said that, hey, this guy specifically is one of my toughest fights that I've ever had, and most people don't know this. Now, he said that he went against hard hitters, he went against elusive fighters, but out of all of them, the most elusive was Emmanuel Augustus. There's a weak fighter who was looked at as nobody really special, nobody that could really be taken take him seriously, but don't take him seriously, kind of iffy. He was looked at in a little bit of a different light, and he got more of his respect. Now, a person with that same type of style who had success on a more broader scale would be Prince Naseem. Prince Naseem is one of, I would say, me personally, even though I believe, of course, Mayweather is one of the greatest, Prince Naseem is within that category because his fighting ability and this level of skill that he had was on a top tier level. His elusive skills were beyond, in my personal opinion, beyond what Mayweather could do. Because he would dance with you mid-fight. Mid-fight, he would dance around the ring. Yeah, he was knocked down a couple of times, but once he got back up, he was a different beast. And he didn't necessarily have the most power, but the way that he could leverage himself and move and tire you out and move and then hit those hard and then hit those hits that actually did land hard. He was dropping people that were bigger than him, same size as him, and it was absolutely amazing. So these people who at first glance look weak or unintimidating or not good based on their appearance and based on how they act and based on what they do, it's very important that you always keep to yourself, and you also always understand that it is okay. There's going to be times where you're going to doubt yourself. There's going to be times where you're not really going to understand or know what's going on all the time. But as long as you look into yourself and you say it's okay, and you do better, and you work to better yourself, you'll be perfect. In my eyes, and hopefully your eyes too, you will be perfect, and you don't need to be the strongest of the bunch. You can be weak. It's not okay to stay weak, but you can still be weak and be absolutely great. Just keep your willpower to you. Keep yourself in check. Always make sure you stay focused on what you want to do. Have that drive to want to continue and want to push yourself. And I guarantee you can do whatever you want to do. Y'all have a blessed and beautiful day. But that's just little words of encouragement. I just want to rant a little bit. It's okay to be weak. It's alright. It's not okay to stay weak. Y'all go peace out.